What's up, friends? If you are interested in becoming a wedding photographer but have no idea where to begin, then stay tuned because this video is for you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and I am the creator of Coastal Soul, which is the #1 place for photographers to level up their imagery, learn effective marketing strategies, and ultimately create a killer full-time business of their dreams. Okay, you guys, this is the #1 question that hits my DMs week after week, so I am super excited to finally create a video on it for you. Also, if you're not following me over on Instagram just yet, come hang out. I host weekly Q&As every Thursday, answering your top questions directly, and I also post a bunch of super informative, pretty sweet photography tips and a bunch of behind the scenes on there as well. Alright, so how to start photographing weddings? Let's just dive in. Let's say you've already done the basics, you spent time learning about photography, you registered your business and purchased a DSLR camera. After that, you might be thinking, okay, how do I get my name out there? And how do I get clients? Before we dive into the marketing side, you need to know that in order to successfully photograph a wedding day, you as the lead photographer will need the proper equipment. Be sure that you have enough lenses to cover all focal lengths. You'll want to have a 24mm or 35mm for those wide angle landscape or ballroom shots, and then a 50mm or 85mm for the more close-up, creamy couple portraits. Zoom lenses that cover these lengths can work as well, although I tend to favor having those truly amazing prime lenses, but we'll save that video for another week. I also use the Canon 100mm macro lens for those up-close ring and flower detail shots. I tend to use this most during the bride and groom prep, and there are a lot of photographers who love using the 70-200 lens for a ceremony. I feel that this lens is a bit too heavy for my liking, but it is definitely useful when you don't want to be a distraction shooting in the middle of the aisle, and instead you can stay far back and have that zoom ability to still get really up close shots. This is just a basic overview of all the main lenses that are used frequently on wedding days, but as you can see, having just one zoom lens or just one prime lens is not going to cut it. As wedding photographers, we are constantly changing out our lenses all throughout the day to get the best shots for our clients. For people just starting out, this might seem overwhelming because, hello, have you seen the prices of lenses these days? Yeah, they are expensive. But don't worry, until you start making money in your business, you can start by renting these lenses. And this is actually something I highly recommend because you're able to then test out these lenses a decent amount of time before dropping thousands and thousands of dollars on owning them. Do a Google search to see if your town has a local photo shop that rents out lenses, or check out borrowlenses.com. Okay, so once you have the skill and the proper equipment, you'll want to spend a good amount of time second shooting or assisting somebody in your area who is an already established wedding photographer. I know you're probably saying, but Lauren, I want to shoot my own weddings. Why would I want to shoot for somebody else after all of this effort? I'm telling you, you need to second shoot first. Not only does this give you some experience, some background, but if you are shooting with somebody who has been doing this for a while, this will be a great way for you to get mentored by them, ask questions, and develop an understanding of exactly what it takes to shoot these 8 to 12-hour days. There is a lot that goes into documenting somebody's wedding day. From getting ready to first looks to receptions, there is so much involved. Having that guidance and somebody to model off of first will give you a ton of insight and value. So if you're thinking of skipping this step, definitely don't, because I can highly guarantee that maybe 3 years down the road, if you are still spinning your wheels, you're going to try to do this anyways. If you're wondering how to second shoot or assist somebody, start by searching the hashtag of your area followed by photographer on Instagram. For example, I'm from New Jersey and all New Jersey photographers use the hashtag NJPhotographer. So you'll see a bunch of photographers' images come up, and be sure to do your research and make sure that that person is somebody who you would want to gain insight from. Next, be sure to follow and email that person, letting them know you love their work and would love the opportunity to assist or a second shoot under them if they are in need of any additional help. Be open and let them know that you are willing to help in any way that they would need. A big mistake people make in these emails is not leaving example galleries of their work and letting that photographer know what camera equipment you have. So be sure to add that into the email as well. The more you market yourself as an asset, the more likely you will get a response from the photographer. Okay, my next tip is to create a bride and groom styled shoot. And I say this because if you are just starting out, you mostly don't have wedding photos of your own that you can show potential clients. So when you don't have the work you want to get hired for, you need to go out and bring that to life. Create it yourself. Find a couple that you're friends with or network with some people on Facebook to model for you as a bride and groom. Reach out to some local florists and ask them if they would like to participate. And come up with a style board. Create beautiful imagery from this that you are proud of. Potential wedding couples will inevitably ask you for the previous weddings you shot or previous work you have, so creating as many of these galleries as you can when just starting out is key, because even if you haven't shot a full day wedding on your own yet, these images will definitely give them a good idea of what they can expect from you, which will increase the likelihood of them booking with you. Moving on to my next tip, make sure your website and social media reflect that you are a wedding photographer. Be super clear about this. When a bride comes to your site looking for her dream wedding photographer, truly ask yourself, evaluate your site. What does that journey look like for her? Does she see a bunch of beautiful wedding photos and wedding photography info? Or does she see some family sessions here, some real estate sessions there, and maybe a few weddings thrown or sprinkled in? This is why a ton of business mentors will guide you to choose a specific niche or a specific type of photography that you want to get hired for. Because just as if, let's say, you were having stomach issues, instead of going to the generic doctor that does a little bit of everything, you are going to want to go to somebody that specializes in the type of issue that you're having, right? You will automatically have more trust in the professional who has been specializing in that area as opposed to the doctor that does a little bit of everything and maybe have dealt with severe stomach issues just once or twice. So the same thing applies to photography. And the way to immediately build trust and credibility by having a website that shows exactly who you are and what you do right off the bat is key. So again, if a bride just comes to your page, put yourself in her shoes. Think about what she's looking for, because if you check off all of those boxes, more than likely she will send in an inquiry. So the key is to be super clear here in the type of work you specialize in order to attract your ideal audience. And the same concept applies to your social media as well. Okay, moving on to my next tip, and that is to be organized in your workflow. This not only helps you stay more productive, but it also provides ease to your clients and makes their experience with you 10 times better. Workflows are basically just systems or templates in your business. So for me, I have an email workflow so that my wedding clients are getting updates regularly and so that I can gather all the information that I need from them in a timely manner before their big day. I also have an editing workflow, a process that I use to make sure that I can deliver the images to my clients when I say I will deliver them. You need systems in place to ensure that you are running your business smoothly and to avoid any complaints or delays with your clients. I highly recommend for people just starting out to take a look at Honeybook for your client management system. I use this for myself and I absolutely love it. It saves me so much time and has a bunch of tools and workflows to set you up for success. I also have a coupon code that can get you 20% off of your Honeybook service, so be sure to use the link down below to save some money. I'll also include the clickable link in the description box below. And now for my last tip for just starting out as a wedding photographer, and that is to network with other local vendors. This is super important because one of the main ways we get clients as wedding photographers is through word of mouth. And a lot of times I will get referred by other florists, planners, videographers, DJs, all who I have worked with in the past. You can build these connections by chatting with them at each event you shoot. So get to know them, compliment their work, ask for their info so that you can then share some of the images with them. Vendors are in need of promoting themselves too, obviously, so you bring value to them when you share images that they can then post on their social media. This also helps you out because not only are they going to be super grateful that you are giving them beautiful imagery that they can use, but when they do post, they will tag you, and then their clients, who are the same ones that you're trying to attract, by the way, are then introduced to you. So you're essentially able to put your brand on other vendors' platforms and reach so many more ideal clients. Since most florists, videographers, planners, and DJs all share the same clientele, it also looks good for us to be able to give our clients some options when they ask, hey, do you know of a great planner or videographer? I have worked with so many talented and kind-hearted people in this business, and it always brings me so much joy not only to collaborate with them if there is ever a creative project I have, but also to refer them to my clients in hopes that we get to work together more often. So there you have it, my main tips on how to start out as a wedding photographer. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and be sure to click subscribe. Also, if you are just starting out as a wedding photographer, I have a free online community filled with photographers from all over the globe that support one another. It's a super positive space where you can ask questions and learn from other photographers' experiences. You can share your work, ask for feedback, build strong connections with like-minded individuals, and ultimately grow your business. So if you're interested in joining, I'd love to see you there. Again, it's totally free, so click the link below. I'll also include this in the description box as well. So come join us, hang out, and I'll see you there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.